Should be live just about now. What is up, Talos of Tech and Apple Sheep audiences everywhere? We are back with your regularly scheduled, hopefully, first regularly scheduled live stream in a long time. It's 11:30 at night, p.m. for us in California, but that is much more reasonable times for our over-the-sea fans. How's everyone doing this evening? Should be January 4th. I also have something special for this particular live stream. We got Chillin' Vog, Jake Nib, Caleb Designs, Mind Turtle, Balev, Tech Gang, Henry, Curly. How's everyone doing this evening? It's a bit of a different setup, yeah. Welcome first, everyone. Hello from Hawaii. It's 2:30 a.m., Drew. It's lots of different times. It's lots of different times all over the planet, and for a lot of people, this is a more negotiable hour. So for the people who it's too late for, I'm sorry, but you have your Tuesday stream, hopefully, next time. Your desk is nice. There's actually a very special sneak peek I have for what's behind me, and I'll just say that whoever donates $5 in Super Chat first gets a special surprise. You get to initiate a very special thing. I have a very special configuration that I'm going to reveal. As soon as we get $5 in Super Chat, I'll show you the game we're going to play on tonight's tech stream, okay? Why are you up? Because this is when we stream for people overseas who are not in California. This is more negotiable. Anyone else surviving the blizzard? Yeah, I heard there was a bad storm going on, but no, it's not in this area. When will you do the iPad 2018 setup in video? So we're working once again on a 2018 iPad video. I'm collaborating with a fan to help make 3D models for it. So we have cutaway shots for it. It's better than just screenshots than before, but that's going to take a little bit longer. So we're going to take some time to make sure that the models are designed correctly, and then hopefully have that 2018 iPad Pro video, which I've done one before, but we're going to do another one. Since it's been a while, I checked, in the last 2018 iPad Pro concept video I did was, I believe, October. So it's been a while. And yeah, that should be around up next week. I believe tomorrow's video, I haven't filmed it yet. It's been a long day. I've had a lot of other stuff to arrange to. But tomorrow's video, I'm anticipating on being about Apple buying Netflix. A lot of people had opinions on that. Raise the tip. We'll get to that. You woke me up with the stupid notification. Just turn the bell off. It's that easy. If you don't have that notification turned on, you won't get it. Anyway. Do a video on the best portable charger. There's that's the thing about all the different ones, is a lot of them do the same thing. So I mean, like, I use a collection of like 4. There's one on my desk, there's one next to my bed, there's one that's mobile that I take with me. And they all do basically the same thing. You can get really good deals on, if you just search on Amazon Qi charger, QI, you'll find good ones. I've got to go to school in 30 minutes. I might not go. See, I understand. Why does everyone who joins in at 2:30 a.m. have to tell me that it's 2:30 a.m.? It's like, I know. It's different times all over the planet. Do a vid on the Tesla charger for iPhone. I actually thought they were sold out last time I checked. But, yeah, it would be rather difficult. Psoriasis gang represent. Yes, Wyatt Brooks, welcome to the Psoriasis Club. Apple bought Netflix. No, they have not bought Netflix, but there's talks that they might. And I thought it would be fun to do a video about what would happen if they did. So by the way, keeping up with my New Year's resolution of closing my activity rings every single day. I know it's only been 4 days, but right before this live stream, actually, I closed all 3 of my rings. I have my move goal set to 500 calories. And that's the highest it's ever been for me. But yeah, I've been closing them. It's been going good. How's your iMac Pro? You may notice a little shorter than usual, but yeah. Very much an Apple Sheep, yeah. Hey, sorry I haven't been around. Had to get back to work early. Lol, work at Intel. That's right. We have a Intel employee watching, which is really, really cool. And yeah, like I mentioned earlier, if whoever donates $5 in Super Chat first will initiate the game I would like to play for tonight's live stream. Okay? Are you ever going to get the Tesla solar roof? I heard it's very, very expensive. There's probably cheaper options that would do a lot of the same thing. Not as good, but yeah, if they can make it affordable. Or I'd likely someday, if I had enough money for it, start paying for a house that had that installed. That's more likely. Do you think they are the future of smartphones, at least for 2019? No, I think that modular phones were one of those things that people thought were going to become a really big deal and then end up not being a big deal. So I wouldn't anticipate that modular smartphones are coming back. Google tried that with Project Era, and they put a lot of work into that, and it never worked out. So I'm going to say that's probably not going to happen. It's just one of those things that you think might be cool, but in practice it's too complicated, and you realize in order to swap out your display, in order to swap out your processor, you have to swap out 3 other things to get it to work, and at that point it's not even cheaper. Anyway. I updated my camera. Would you be interested in my old Canon 60? Free, of course. Looks like it would help improve your videos. That would be incredibly generous, but no. Come on, you're a professional. You need to sell that so you can buy more equipment. You don't need to send that to me. You guys are way, way, way too generous. Of course, if you did send it, I would use it. But yeah, you guys are way too generous. You getting any cracking or distortion from your iPhone 10 earpiece speaker? I have not. So far, no. 2X is a dance channel. That's it. You got it. Name something you really, really hate about Apple makes. I watched your 11 Things That Suck About Apple video. I think I mentioned it in today's video. What was one of them? About the, what was it? I hate that we've asked for in the camera app for the resolution and frame rates to be changing just by 3D touching them or tapping them. I've asked for that so many times. And they haven't added it, but they have added it to an app that is not yet supported on the iPhone 10, which is iMovie. If you go into iMovie and you try to record something within the app, you can change the frame rate and resolution just by tapping a little button in the corner. So, like, have you seen Star Wars? Yes, we did the longest Dan Drew, I think, ever on Tailosive Movie Reviews. I do videos with my friend Dan, the movie man, who does most of the videos over there, but we did an hour-long review of The Last Jedi. So if you have any thoughts on that, you don't need to bring them here. You can just go watch that video. Let me know of your review. Let me know what you think of our review and of Star Wars on the comments of that video. Anyway, I hate Apple, but your channel is great. Thank you. That's better than the opposite. I love Apple, but I hate your channel. Do you mind using dongles? I don't, because I only use one. It's not even dongles. It's dongle. Like, I use the Quack Quack adapter, which I know you may think I get paid every time I mention this, but I really don't. I really, really love this adapter because it basically brings back any port you could possibly need. And so far, I've never needed to use any other adapter other than this one. It's got everything on it. What do you think of the SE2 concept phone? I'm with you on the Apple iDesigner one. If you go on Twitter and look up Apple iDesigner, he makes great work. His concept art is spot on. One of the best conceptual artists I've ever seen. And his concept for the SE2 is one I would go with. No headphone jack, glass on the back, but still Touch ID and bezels, because I think Apple has to keep the iPhone SE as a budget phone. They can't really turn it into iPhone 10 with Face ID and all gesture control. I don't think they can afford to do that, because then it would not be a budget phone anymore. And that's the primary purpose of the SE2. Do you agree with Ben's ideology? Is Ben in the chat, or are you referencing something else? Serious question, how is the flow from switching from the iMac to your MacBook and vice versa? Can I sync a folder? I may get the iMac because I seriously use my computer's power for my business. Like, it's a completely different type of using a computer, as I've realized. As I've been editing, great question, by the way. As I've been editing on the iMac Pro, I notice I'm no longer worried about battery life. Like, something you constantly have to be considering when using your MacBook Pro is that if I start using this program, if I start exporting this video, that means that my battery is going to go down quicker and I have to start looking for a charger. Desktops of any kind, it doesn't just have to be the iMac Pro. For me, it happens to be the iMac Pro. I have to make sure, with the iMac Pro, I don't have to worry about how many programs I'm opening. I can open everything. I cannot get that iMac Pro to make its fans get loud. The fans are always dead silent on it. I can't hear a thing. Speakers on it incredibly loud, but the fans on it, I'm used to the old 5K iMacs. They used to get really, really loud when they got hot. This thing never gets loud from the fans. It's absolutely incredible. And what I love about that is it's built for power, as I've mentioned with desktops before, because I never have to worry about battery life. It can just stay on, stay exporting. You use it differently than a MacBook, whereas with a MacBook, you're worried about overheating. You're worried about the battery going down depending on what job you're doing. So, you know, like if I'm using my MacBook Pro, just use Safari and click around, I don't need to worry about battery. But as soon as I start opening those power-intensive programs, I have to worry about that. So very, very different in the baseline problem. Some people were saying I should do a MacBook Pro versus iMac Pro video. The thing is, they're just totally different products because one of them, you have the, what is it? You have the battery, one of them you don't. So one of them's built for power, one of them's built for mobility. And we've got our first super chat. Thank you from Brandon Zen. It says, loving my iMac Pro, will be able to get many years out of it. Definitely. He doesn't, thanks for donating, Brandon. He didn't donate $5, so it doesn't count. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So you have initiated the game, the special game for the exclusive live viewers of tonight's Talos of Tech live stream. Because you've donated $15, it's actually a bit more substantial. So let me show you, I'm very excited, what the game is that we'll be playing tonight. Okay, $15. Okay, you've initiated the game. I have invested from IKEA the self-standing standing up desk, which means that it can go down, it can go up, and here is the game, okay? Every time someone donates $5 in Super Chat, that's all it takes, I will hold down the up button for another 2 seconds. Now keep in mind, here's what's scary. Here's what's in it for my pain and your gain, okay? The desk is all the way against the wall. Okay, it's like barely, it's basically touching the blue wall. The white shelves are right above it. Okay, so if you guys donate enough, it's going to touch those shelves, and you guys get to see the destruction that might happen. Okay? All right, that's the game. Other than that, it's a normal stream. You can ask any question you want. It doesn't just have to be about the new desk. It's a much larger desk, but obviously the more you guys super chat, the more we get to see it go up. So that's the game. Anyway, MKBHD has that, and he just made a video about it. I know. Some of you may think I'm literally just trying to copy him. I bought this before he uploaded the video. Of course, no one's going to believe me about that. It's very similar to his desk. I don't think it's the exact same model. But at the same time, I know everyone's going to be like, Drew, you're just stealing MKBHD's setup. It's like, well, he has an iMac Pro, I have an iMac Pro. It's not the same. I don't use a Pixel. There's a difference. But at the same time, yeah, I bought this the day before he uploaded the video. Didn't he upload it today? I think I watched it. I bought this desk from IKEA yesterday, and we just live streamed ourselves putting it together on the Talos of Talks channel. So if you want to watch that, you can. Is that from IKEA, and what is it called? I actually don't know the brand name, but yes, it is from IKEA. I have the box somewhere. I can let you know later. But it's really, really cool. And we're going to see, hopefully, if you guys are generous enough tonight, how much it takes to get it up. If there's issues with the stream, it's most likely YouTube's fault. Just try refreshing. How do you feel about the recent laptop severely copying the 12-inch MacBook design? The Acer Swift 7 is a great example of how much is being copied. Let me look that up really quick. I don't know what that is. Acer Swift 7. Okay, because I know what you're talking about. There's so many. Oh my God, that is an exact. Oh yeah, no, it's not even trying to hide it. It is just the 12-inch MacBook. That's funny. Yeah, no, they're going for the exact same thing. But yeah, I think that's funny because it's something that when the 12-inch MacBook came out, everyone hated it. They're like, one port, how are you supposed to imagine all the dongles, and it's so expensive. But then, of course, all the competition tries to make one that looks just like it, which I think is pretty funny. Donate $5 till it's right next to the shelves, then stop. Audio seems laggy. Is that only for me? I'm curious. I don't see a ton of people complaining about the audio. It could be on your end, though. Let's see what I hear if I unmute myself for a second. Next to the shelves, then stop. Looks fine for me. Sorry. Must be on your end. How do you feel about Meltdown Inspector? I have to admit, I've been very, very busy recently. 2x. Forgive me if there's not been much interesting or original development on the tech videos recently. I'm working very, very hard on 2X right now. The last couple days has required me to get up at 6 in the morning and work till 2 in the morning. So yeah, very little sleep. I'm working on very, very little rest right now. So I haven't been on social media as much either to read about the Spectre and the processor vulnerabilities. I don't want to comment on it because I don't know the whole situation. Once I read the whole situation, I know about it. I just don't know the details of it. Once I get the details about it, I'll make a video on it, or probably make at least a comment on it. It might be one of those things I can't really make a video about. We'll see. Are you going to put a Philips Hue light strip on the back? I've had one on the back of my desk for about a year, and it makes any setup look so good. A nice blue would complement your setup so well. That's a good idea. I should consider that, yeah. That sounds really cool. New desk, yes. Office tour, please. We did an office tour on one of the more recent Andrew's vlogs, so if you want more idea of what the office looks like. Right now it's a mess because we did that IKEA trip. Do you mind if Android stole the gesture control? I really want it on my phone. Stance? Well, don't expect me to not point it out. If Android did adopt to the gesture control that we see on the iPhone 10, I'm going to point it out. I'm going to be like, see, they're admitting iPhone 10's method's better. But at the same time, that's not denying that it's a better method. So yeah, I wouldn't mind. I'd be like, good, Androids should do that. But also, Apple thought of that first. So it's just one of those things I'm going to do it. Okay, so $5. Ready, set, 1, 2. Okay, we got a little bit higher. We're going to see how high this desk can go. I don't know how it can go. So I'm thinking of buying the MacBook Pro, but should I wait for them to be refreshed or buy it now? I guess it's January now. There's probably not going to be any kind of major MacBook refresh for a few years, but a light one like the processor and the RAM and the pricing, probably a new one on in June. So you're about 6 months away. So if you desperately need one in the next 6 months, go ahead and maybe buy a refurbished one, a good deal on one. But if you don't absolutely need one right now, I would recommend holding out for it till June. Let's see. Oh, Jonkey super chatted, but it wasn't 5, so we'll just read it. I've noticed a trend where phones that have copied Apple and done away with replaceable batteries have actually made the replacement process more difficult than on, oh shoot, I scrolled down, than on iPhones, excluding the 10 maybe. Okay, where phones that have copied Apple and done away with replaceable batteries have actually made the replacement process more difficult. I haven't paid very close attention to that because I've actually never replaced the battery on my phone. I've never had that issue. I've never even taken a phone to, I've never taken a phone to an Apple store and had the battery replaced. But yeah, I get what you're coming from, because I definitely noticed that everyone used to hate on Apple because the battery could not be replaced. And now that's actually pretty rare in a phone to see the battery be replaceable. The rest of the industry agreed that that was the better way to do it. And I don't just think that's because they all want money. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's because a better product works that's more rigid and more durable when it does not have a removable back where the battery is easily swap outable. I don't think both LG, Samsung, and Google were all like, oh, we're going to make more money now. I don't think that's how it worked. I think they were like, if we want our phone to give off a premium feel, just like an iPhone is, we have to make it a unibody, and very little of it needs to come apart or do anything. Brandon Zinn donated again and says, how happy are you now that you can get black lightning cables? Well, not cables, but cable. But yeah, also I'm still selling, well, not selling. I'd like to keep the iMac Pro accessories, but you can convince me I don't want them. So, for instance, black lightning cable, space gray magic trackpad, and the black Apple stickers. All of these are exclusive to the iMac Pro. You cannot get these unless you spend over $5,000 on this desktop, or if you don't want the whole iMac and you want to support the Tailosive network, I'm considering the idea, I've agreed to this. I take payment in form of Super Chat, and I completely am aware that these price points are incredibly unfair. I'm very happy, by the way, yes, that I get to use the lightning cables. I see Anthony's Super Chat. I'll get to that in a second, but I want to answer this. Black lightning cable, if you Super Chat $200, I will mail it to you with a signed letter and say thank you for supporting Tailosive, and you also get that exclusive cable that you would not get unless you got it with an iMac Pro. The stickers are, if you Super Chat $150, I will mail them to you with a signed note thanking you for supporting the network. Magic Trackpad, I really like that thing. But if you're willing to super chat 500, would help the network a lot, and you could get that exclusive space gray color. I know they're not fair prices, but it's more of a donation to the network than it is purchasing a product. So those are the prices. Anyway, $10. So that's 4 seconds, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's getting taller. This is about average height now. All right, and then Anthony said nice desk and gave the super chat. Would you mail it worldwide? Yes, pretty much anywhere that you can get mail, I believe. Okay. 1, 2. Oh my God, it's gonna knock these shelves down. I'm gonna have to screw these back in, aren't I? Jeez. Okay. You can buy black ones from Last Chord's website. Yes, like I said, you're not purchasing a product when you super chat it. You're mostly supporting the network than you are purchasing the product. What did you do with the Galaxy S8? I traded it for my jet black iPhone 7 Plus. A friend of mine was looking for a phone, and he wanted a good deal on one, so I sold him my matte black 7 Plus at a really deducted price point, so he got a good deal. And then I traded the Galaxy S8, which was getting slow, which was getting laggy, and I didn't like it anymore. Yeah, you can see a Tesla mug back here, by the way. That's a cool Christmas present I got, and the Apple mug on this side. Got all the mugs. So much more desk space. I love it. I love this desk. And I'm curious to see how high it can get. Dang it, what was I saying? I hate it when I lose my point. Did I miss it? You donated to shave the beard. You should have got the Black Lightning. Yeah, you should have. By the way, that price point still stands true. If you donate Super Chat in 200 and say shave your beard, I'll do it. That's still there. Where did you get that Apple mug? You can actually only get it from Apple headquarters. I didn't even go to Apple headquarters. A friend of mine who knew I liked Apple bought that for me and gave it to me as a gift. It was very nice of him. He's actually a watcher of the channel. Jason, if you're out there, thank you very much. What's your favorite iOS and iPhone? I want to know, please. iOS 11, iPhone 10. There you go. How's battery life on the iPhone 10? Please include details. Well, it's back there charging right here, and it's great. Usually my battery never gets very low at all because mostly I have Qi chargers like everywhere. I have Qi chargers on that desk, and I have it on this desk, and it's usually, not right now, but usually it's pointed just at the right angle so that when I tap it, the Face ID is pointed directly at me. Going to be heading to bed, but wanted to stop in for a few minutes. Thank you, Brandon. You're very generous. So is that another 4 seconds? For 15, or no, that's 6 seconds. Dang it. Okay. Shoot. All right. You're heading to bed, so that's $15. So that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shoot. Okay. 5, 6. Okay. We're at mug height. Okay, the mugs are away. The mugs are away from the shelves, but we're getting dangerously close to the white shelves, which the Apple boxes are mounted on. Oh my God. Ugh. You were the reason I opened YouTube. Thank you, iFix. I don't appreciate the language, but thank you. Did you use the Plus models? Yeah, I used 8 Plus, 7 Plus, and before that a 7 Plus. That's what I was going to say. I was about the iPhone. I sold that matte black 7 Plus, and then I traded the S8 to someone in Chico for a 7 Plus jet black, which was like brand new. He had like never used it. My first iPhone was the iPhone 5. Yeah, I'm going to do a video on Apple, the rumors about Apple buying Netflix and what that would mean. Please don't donate more. Don't ruin the shelf. Don't worry about the shelves. I'll put them back. I just thought it would be a fun little game we could play. To incentivize you people, because honestly, with all the stuff that's going on with Project 2X right now, and the iMac Pro, and this desk and the furniture we're getting, it's a lot of investing. I'm basically pouring every cent I get back into the business. Netflix and Shazam, yes. So that's a lot of work going into it, and every dollar you guys get every dollar you guys give goes right back into the network. That's why I encourage people on Patreon. And for those of you who don't know, I revealed a major Project 2X hint that I believe could partially give it away, but I made it very, very hard to find, and it's on the Patreon, but it's only available for the top tier donors. So the very few amount of people who pay the top dollar amount on Patreon get to see an exclusive 2x hint. And I told them on there, like, keep it to yourself. You know, don't leak this. Just keep it to yourself. Just know that this is your exclusivity for donating that much on Taylor Swift. Is it that photo? Yeah. That photo gives away quite a lot of it. Some friends I talked to said it doesn't give away the entire thing, but it definitely is probably the most major hint there is. So I just encourage the Patreon supporters who do donate that much, keep it to yourself. How much was that desk? I love it. It was on sale. I think it was $3.99, I believe. Oh no, Jonathan Green super chatted. Are you worried about battery damage from always topping off your phone? Well, I'm not, because I'm not constantly topping it off. Like, if I'm at 100%, I won't put it on a Qi charger. I'll take it off, let it go down to maybe 40 or 30, and then put it back on. So I'm not terribly worried about it, and I've never had that problem. I've had phones sit on chargers for long amounts of time, and it's been fine. The black stickers come with the Mac Pro as well. Yes. And you can buy those black Apple stickers from me for $150 in Super Chat. How do we get Jason to get us Apple mugs we can pay? He's not going to do that for you. He doesn't live there. Okay, but that's 2. So is that another 4 seconds? I don't think it's going to make it. Okay, I think we've reached the goal. We've reached the top of the desk that's going to be tonight. Okay, ready, set, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh! Okay. It's like that. Can you guys see it? Can you? I can't tell if you can see it. Where's it is very, very close. Oh, you can see it. Great. Oh my God, it's so close. It's right next to it too. Oh man. No, like now I can actually test the. You can see it. That's really cool. Oh, and there's the last of it anyway. I got the last super chat. What do you think of the budget LCD iPhone 10 rumors / concepts? I thought edge-to-edge round cornered screens weren't possible with LCD technology. They are. Think of the Essential phone. I reviewed the Essential phone earlier this year. That's an LCD display, and it has a notch, and it has the round corners. I don't think that's true. I think that's a rumor that people are misunderstanding. It doesn't seem like Apple would make a 6.1-inch LCD phone that looks like the 10. I just don't think that's going to happen. That's why I didn't include it in the 2018 iPhone lineup video. I think that's one of those rumors that's not going to go anywhere. Of course, you can cut back to this when it actually comes out, and it's like, I told you, Drew. But okay, I'm just going to hold down the up button until it stops. Oh! Is that it? Look how close that is. Can it? Oh my God. Did it stop right there? It did. Oh my God. Look how thin that is with the... See that? Holy crap, this is high. The iMac Pro is like... Let me tilt up the cameras for a second. iMac Pro is like right up with the shelves. Look at that. No. Oh my God, that's crazy. Oh my God. I'm very grateful, actually. I did not have to put that up. I'm sorry. You want me to knock the shelves down anyway, just so you guys feel better? Oh my God. It's so close. Oh. I did not plan that, no. I could not have planned that. If you watch the shelves have been there for months. I had no idea it was going to... Okay, wow. That cable management, though. Look at that. It's beautiful. Don't do it. Do it. We like the shelves. Knock those shelves down. Yes, knock them down. Undefeated. Rick, but guys, like, I can't move those... Whatever. You know what? Can we just answer questions? All right. That's enough of that game. That was really scary. No, they're like, this is a cool desk. We built it on Talos of Talks if you want to watch it. Some people are saying no, some people are saying leave them or do it, knock them down. You guys seem very confused about this. Just wanted money. Well, they got like the money's going to 2x either way. I'm sorry if if it came that way, but I just don't want the stream now to get more complicated than it needs to be. I was planning on raising it, knocking the shelves down, and then afterwards putting them back. But now that I would have to put them back during the stream, you guys wouldn't get your questions. Don't hurt those shelves. Okay. You guys are very divided on this. But anyway, yeah, I don't think the budget iPhone thing is really going to happen. You knew it would only go that far. We just set it up. I mean, those shelves have been there for ever since we've been here. We installed those shelves like September, and then got this desk yesterday, and I didn't know it went that high. I'm kind of curious how low it can go. That's so cool. But yeah, I'm actually very happy it does that, because it means I was planning on moving the desk further away from the shelves so that oh, it's crushing my chair. That would be funny. OCD here, please make them level. Yes, I understand. No, there's little feet on the bottom of the desk. I think it's slightly off. I can work on that. Thank you, Marshall, though. What time is it there? It's 12:02 a.m. Please review the Rhino Shield mod case. I kind of... Cases, there's not enough to talk about to do a whole video on. That's why I kind of prefer the videos that collect all the cases together. Like, this is all the cases I review, so probably not that much. 2X release date. Here's a hint, because you guys are generous. You guys, mostly Brandon Zinn, of all of you, mostly Brandon Zinn has been donating a lot. The hint for 2X, which isn't really a guessing hint, it's just an update, is that it is going further, it is going along faster than we thought. Okay, so that's one exciting thing about it, is that we're getting further ahead with 2X, because like I said, all of yesterday and all of today have spent a lot of time on 2X. Working from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. On 2X, and Nathan's busy right now, so I've been back at editing the tech video, so I have to stay up very late. Because of all the hard work we're putting into it, it's going along faster than we thought, which is really, really exciting. I'm not a fan of Hackintoshes. I've tried to build them before, and they're just too complicated. And what I like about Macs is that they just work. And a Hackintosh does not just work. They work when you tinker with them hard enough. I'm building my own dance studio. That's it. Yeah, you guys guessed it. Thoughts on Jax Films iPhone parody? I don't mean to be rude here, and I'm not trying to cause drama. Jax Films has never once made me laugh. I've watched a lot of his videos. I've seen a lot of the jokes he's made, but never once has he ever gotten a chuckle out of me, especially the iPhone parodies. I've seen those. Yes, they're not funny. Like, he kind of just contradicts himself the whole time. He's like, introducing the iPhone 10, which got rid of the home button, which worked, and got rid of Touch ID, which worked, and that was a lot better than, and this is much worse than the old iPhone. And then also, here's the exact same iPhone you saw before, just more money now. It's like, so you hate the existing iPhones. You hated the iPhone 7, and you hate that there's an iPhone that looks like the iPhone 7. But then when they make an iPhone that's not like the iPhone 7, you hate it for being original. So, like, Jax Films is just going to hate it no matter what, so I don't see the point in arguing about it. It's just, there's no clever jokes there. I can make clever jokes that are anti-Apple, and there's never been good jokes, in my opinion, on there. Alex O'Neill, off topic here, but thoughts on 8K OLED rumored to be at CES? Is that even rumored? I thought that was just, like, happening. I thought we saw pictures of it. But honestly, one thing I thought I'd update you guys on is with the 5K iMac, we can watch 8K video if you're using Google Chrome, because YouTube doesn't let Safari do it because it's Google. You can load like an MKBHD video in 8K on Google Chrome on a 5K display. There's no lag. With our Wi-Fi, luckily, in switching the quality options on YouTube between 8K and 4K, literally cannot tell the difference. They look exactly the same. And we're viewing this on a 5K screen, and I'm saying that 8K monitors, I'm sure it would be even less noticeable, just because that many pixels on that size of a screen, just, it doesn't make a difference. So yeah, the fact that they're making 8K TVs is probably the one situation in which 8K might make a difference, because, but again, when you're making it that large, you're not noticing the fine details on the display anyway, because your eyes are so far away. Don't break the shelves. Okay, okay. I won't break the shelves. I'm sorry. I'm sorry they didn't break. I'm sorry my desk did not tear apart my set. But yeah, I legit thought, like, look how scary this is. I'm holding it down, and it's like, it's gonna break. It's gonna break. It's gonna break. Oh, it stops right there. Does it have like motion sensing on it? What do you think the most revolutionary iOS was? Asks Bryce Nelson. I'd have to say iOS 7. I don't think there's been an iOS update that's been that substantial since then. I don't think there's ever been a time in which I've noticed so much iOS development at one moment. Like, I had an iPhone 5 at the time, and when I first bought it, the iPhone 5 was running iOS 6, which is just kind of the standard look for iOS for a long time. They kind of went with that same theme. But when iOS 7 came out, and I installed it on my 5, just everything changed. The UI changed, the apps changed, the stock to apps changed, everything. So I'd say, yeah, iOS 7. Should I get a new MacBook Pro if my current mid 2015 15-inch 256 gig works perfectly fine? Of course, that would depend on your financial situation. So I'm going to say, well, if you're saying it works fine, then why? Why fix it if it's broke? Obviously, eventually, I think you'll need an upgrade. But wait until the machine you're using now starts to become unusable. One issue I ran into with this MacBook Pro, and you probably run into with yours, is 256 is not a terrible amount of storage for a desktop. I actually think that Apple, even though it would cost more, should not make a 256 gigabyte storage option for any Mac. I think that's too low, especially for video editing. That fills up very quickly, especially if you do dual, you do boot camp like I did. So I'm just going to say 256 shouldn't be a thing. They should just start at 512. I know it would be more money, but still. 256 is way too low. Thank you. Do you think a refresh iPad 2017 is coming up in March along with the iPhone SE 2? I hope so. There's no leaks or rumors of it happening, though, so we don't know. What do you think about Mac users in the Intel Camelgate the meltdown? I, again, have not looked into this story entirely. I've been very, very busy, so I don't know the details of it. Once I have it all figured out and I know what the situation is, then I can make a comment on it. Right now, I don't know enough about it. And I don't want to have you guys tell me what it is in the chat because that gets boring. Anyway, how do you handle so many accounts? A lot of dang work. It's a lot of dang work, and most of the editing and filming and writing and everything's done by me. I have friends that hang out here, but they're helpful for when I need to build a desk. You know, they're good at that kind of stuff, or when we need to set up security cameras. We also got Amazon Cloud Cams here today, so now we have security cameras all over the office, which is cool. That send me push notifications when it detects motion and stuff like that, which is neat. And they help me install stuff like that. But in terms of video production, it's basically all me. There's very little things. They'll be in stuff occasionally, but being in something is very, very easy. Editing something is hard. That takes the most time. So it's just a lot of dang work, little sleep, and getting tired all the time. That's all it is. But it's worth it because I like bringing you guys content that you want to see, bringing you guys consistent content, and always striving to make that content better. That's what I want to make. That's why I try to create Super Chat incentives. You know, I could just turn Super Chat off if I wanted. All of that money you guys donate, all of you generous fans in the chat, goes into making cooler stuff. So now, like, I don't have this tiny white desk for all of my stuff. Now I can put, MacBook, iPad, phone charger, mugs, and keyboard and mouse and trackpad all on one desk because of you guys, and it makes it more possible. And I have to say, 100% of the Super Chat from the last month, all of it went to 2X. 2X is big. 2X is a huge deal. For those wondering what 2X is, it's a top secret project I'm working on that's going to be revealed in a little under a month. We've passed the under a month threshold, and hopefully we'll be able to reveal it a little bit early because, as I mentioned earlier, it's going a bit faster than we thought it would go. What Wi-Fi network router do you have, and what cellular network is your iPhone 10? We have Xfinity Wi-Fi, which we recently upgraded to our unlimited plan, so now there's no data cap. And it's I forget what router it is. I bought it like 4 months ago, and I haven't looked at it since. It's been a good router, though. It does the 5G network and then the 2.4G, so like a long range and a short range. I'll have to go look at it though. I can't remember the brand. And then I use Verizon for my phone. The new desk, I saw the other live stream building that. Yeah, we built this on Tailosive Talks. That's so nice. It was very difficult to build, but yeah, having friends around was very helpful. Why don't you use an Airport Extreme? Probably because it costs too much, and money is not something I take lightly right now because of all the investments I've been making. But the desk is one I definitely considered. This should happen. I kept running into issues where I needed to use my phone, but this desk is way too tiny. And then when I do the live streams, I was literally balancing my laptop on the iMac Pro box. So now being able to have a desk that is just for live streaming is much, much handier than having to move the desk around every time I go live. Now it's here, and that's better. Were you popular in high school? Debatably. I was known... I wasn't unpopular. How do you say that? I wasn't jock kid status. Like, I wasn't like homecoming guy. I didn't dress up for the homecoming things. I did not do well. I mean, I did well in my classes, but I always critiqued every teacher, and I was known as just kind of being the smart aleck. But no, I wouldn't consider myself super popular. I was known for filming the football team, filming the band, filming the soccer teams, the baseball teams, the volleyball teams. I was in ASB as the video guy, and what I would do is I would have to go to all the sporting events and film them, and edit them into a video, and they would give me the schedules of all the different sport teams' games. And what I would do, because I'm a guy all about efficiency, about making the best content with the shortest amount of time, just finding that balance between efficiency and quality, I would actually just go to one game. I would film that one game, get a bunch of really tight close-up shots and lots of action-packed shots. I would only need to go to one game, even though they would say I need to film all 8. And then I would edit the videos for each sport team. I could edit them like in like an hour. It wouldn't take me very long at all. Even though in ASB, they give me every single day, I would just check in and then go to a different room where they had a dedicated iMac just for students. That was for like the film club at the time. I was president of the film club and founder. And I would just go in there. I'd be like, hey, I'm here. I would take attendance, and then I would go into that room and basically just work on Tailosive stuff. I didn't actually do the ASB stuff. When they needed it, I was there. It wasn't like they were like, Drew, where's the football video? And I'm like, don't have it. I always had whatever they needed. They were like, where's the football video? I was like, here you go. Take me about an hour to edit. Take me one game to film. And then the rest of the time, I would just use that Mac for Tailosive stuff. So basically, at school, I had my own dedicated iMac, which was actually at the time, before I owned the MacBook Pro, that was the fastest iMac I had access to. I had a 2012 iMac at home, which was okay, but not as fast as the one at school. So I basically just got to use an iMac for a whole class period, and lunch, and consultation. So it was a really good deal. But again, like, my job in ASB was literally nothing except the video guy. So everyone knew me as that. When we did rallies and stuff and everyone watched videos, they would all know I was the guy filming. They would see me at all the sporting events with the camera. So I was just the camera guy. Wasn't super popular, but which iMac was it? It was the first iMac that had the thin design. I never owned the 21.5-inch like thin iMac that didn't have a CD drive, but the school bought one right when it came out, the cheapest tier one. It wasn't configured high, but even that one was better than my typical 2012 iMac. How did you get your YouTube channel started? You create a Gmail account, and that's about it. Basically, I just wanted to create a network where I got to decide all the content that I produce. iMac Pro screen inches, it's 27 inches. Let me invest in Tailosive for a percentage of net equity. You and I are alike in a lot of ways. I know a lot of people have suggested that. I'm not interested in selling equity. Okay, I know what that is, and I'd like to, at this point, contain 100% of the equity of Tailosive because I want to have full control over what it makes, both financial-wise and content-wise. Of course, you'll have to just trust me with your donations that basically I'm working in your best interest, and hopefully via the live streams and the things I invest in for the channel are interesting enough to you. But no, I'm not interested in selling equity. But I appreciate the offer. It's very flattering. Anthony says, will 2X be revealed in a live stream or in its own video? Okay. I don't want to give it away because that's part of the reveal. But okay, I'll phrase this carefully. Anthony, you've donated a lot tonight. You deserve a hint. It will be a edited video on the tech channel, but it will also be a live stream on the Talks channel. Okay, I know that sounds confusing right now. It'll make more sense when you actually see the reveal. But there will be a live stream of the reveal of 2X on Talos of Talks, while I think simultaneously, actually a little bit earlier. So as soon as the live stream on Talos of Talks is done, someone just upped their Talos of Patreon donations to 50. That means you get to see the 2X hint. So don't spoil it, okay? Keep it to yourself. That is exclusive to the Patreon Pro plus members. Keep it to yourself, all right? But yeah, it'll make more sense. So immediately after the live stream on Talos of Talks is over, because I kind of want to encourage people to subscribe to Talks because there's a lot of content going up there. A lot of people have commented that it's underrated. It deserves more subs. Tech channel's doing really, really well, but I want to share that success on the Talks channel as well. I don't know why you haven't seen the 2X hint. It falls under that tier. If you have dropped down your pledge, or if your pledge was declined, you won't be able to see it. But you should be able to see it. Other people have seen it. But yeah. Yeah, keep language to yourself. I didn't want it to be like you have to pay to view this hint. I just didn't want the hint to be seen by everyone. I just wanted it to be a very, very little hint. Giant hint, but for a few amount of people. I hope 2X isn't being overhyped. I don't think it is, personally. But again, I don't think most things are overhyped. I think their hype is well earned, but Sushi. Drew, I just heard of this crazy leak, 100% confirmed. Apple will create a phone called the iPhone 2018. It'll have an old 18K ProMotion display, 6.5-inch, same battery as iPhone SE, and cost $1,500. 18K, huh? That seems fair. Who has two mugs on their desk? Someone who has an Apple mug and a Tesla mug. Thank you very much. Look at this thing. It's gorgeous, and it matches my mouse pad perfectly. The mouse pad made by GIM, G-I-M. Look them up on Amazon. Black on the inside, red outline. Look at that. Tesla mug, red inside, on the outside. It's just more of a decorative thing than an actual drink holder. And then on this side, we have a ceramic, minimalistic, minimaluminism. If you look up Not Johnny Ive on Twitter, you'll get that. Apple mug, which I love. But yeah, I rarely drink out of these. These are only... Lol, I got caught watching you in class and I have to stay at the end of the lesson. Hate my school. Which school? Oh my God. I got people in trouble. I'm so sorry. But you know, it's actually a very common thing. I'm accustomed to... The people who are around me in life typically like dropping out of school just because I did. Not just because I did, but I just feel like I have that influence on people. So now you can drop out of school because you watch my videos. Not Johnny Ive is the best. He is the best. I follow him and he's hilarious. I love it. Are you planning on getting a Tesla? One day. Not anytime soon, but I'd like one day. Why would you sell your Apple Watch to your girlfriend? Okay, hold on. I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people got very defensive about that because I'm sure everyone in the comments is a better boyfriend than me. First of all, I could not afford the stainless steel Apple Watch if I gave away my old one. Okay? I'm a businessman and I'm dealing with all of the money you guys send me. So here's the thing. If I just gave my Apple Watch to my girlfriend and bought this one, a lot of fans would just be like, Drew, that was a waste of money. You just have $800 spare cash or whatever, how much it was. It was like $700. But either way, could not get the Apple Watch if I did not sell the old one. So my plan was, because I was getting a bit annoyed at the fact that the iPhone X and my Apple Watch were different materials, and because there was light scratching on the glass around the Apple Watch, which I noticed, but my girlfriend didn't. I handed her the watch, and I was like, well, don't buy this if you don't like it. And I let her use it for a while, and she was like, I don't notice the scratches at all. In fact, I gave her my first generation Apple Watch about a year ago for her birthday. Not her fault, and I'll never blame her for this, but she accidentally dropped it. She cracked the screen, and I did not charge her for that one. And then she took it into a pool one time without knowing, and that water killed it because the glass opened up the watch. So first of all, I had already given her one. Second of all, could not buy this watch unless I sold the old one. So I was planning on selling the old one anyway because my girlfriend was in the market for buying a new Apple Watch. She wanted the Series 3, and she wanted the 42 millimeter. So the minimum amount she would have spent if I did not give her my old one would have been over $400. So instead, I sold it to her for $300, and because that drastically brought down the price of this watch to a more reasonable amount for me, then I was able to comfortably afford the new stainless steel one. Okay, so giving her the watch for free was not an option. By the way, I had done that before. She doesn't have an Apple Watch now because sadly she wasn't careful with it. Now she's being much more respectful with it. Also, that first generation one was not IP68 water resistance. This new one is. So we don't have to worry about it dying because of water or the cracked screen because... so either way, it's a stupid discussion because just giving her the watch would not have been possible. There would not have been an upgrade for me. Anyway. Because is Christian Sir. Yes, exactly. Here's my investment. Did someone super chat? Or? If I donate $1,000, will you shave your hair to the shape of the iPhone 10 notch? No, that's not enough. I'm sorry. I'll reveal 2X to all of you if you donate $2,000 though. No, I'll wait a little one. Are we still doing PayPal donations? I should check. You did a Patreon investment? Let's see. Let me check the app. You guys have been generous, I see. Which I'm grateful for. Wow. Lots of people up in the tier to 50 so that they can see the 2X hint, I'm guessing. But thank you very much. You will be added... is that Cameron? First of all, you'll be added as a mod. Because that's what you get. Second of all, you get to see the super secret 2X hint. Please, please, to the people who can see the super secret 2X hint, keep it to yourselves. That was a hint for you guys. Don't share it elsewhere, okay? Because I do feel like that hint was quite the leak, and it gives quite a lot of it away. If I donate $500, will you remove your shirt for the remainder of the live stream? Sure. Yeah. Thanks for the hint, Drew. I'm glad you like it, and I think that gives a lot of it away. If you want more questions on 2X and you're in that tier on Patreon, you're welcome to message me on Patreon. That's a really great way to get a hold of me because it's a much smaller community, and that means that I'm more likely to read all the messages. Shoot, I just realized that my MacBook's not plugged in, and I'm at 9%, so if you all give me a second, I'm going to go grab the charger really quick, which I believe is in the other room. 1 second. Guess who's back? Back again. All right. Make a perfect dream desk setup video. Well, is this desk perfect? Yeah, you know what? No, it is. This is a perfect one. But that would feel like a very direct... that'd feel like a very direct copy of MKBHD, so I probably won't do that for a long time. Invite your girlfriend on cam? Well, she is asleep right now because she starts work at 4 a.m., so I'm not going to do that. But she's been on live streams before. She's on Taylosive Talks and the vlogs all the time, so if you want to see her, more of her personality, just go over there. Drew is back. Tell a friend. Friends, where you at? Let's all tell Drew to watch the iPhone 10 parody because it's hilarious. Any iPhone 10 parody you can think of, I've probably seen it. Drew, why can't people cuss on YouTube? Well, look, I'm more of a freedom of speech guy. Like, I don't think it should be illegal or demonetizable on YouTube if you curse. I think that's stupid. But I think it's more of like cursing in general is kind of weird because it's like we're giving power to certain words. If all of us just admitted that saying the F word is not any different than saying dang it, then what's the problem? I mean, like, they give off the same thing. Like, if I say F it versus dang it, it's saying the same thing, but one of these things YouTube deems as not monetizable and the other one is. So it's kind of weird that people give curse words power. The reason I don't do it in my videos is because I want all of Tailosive, both gaming, tech, talks, main channel, comedy, movie reviews, food, all of that crap. I want that to be, no, I'm not saying the F word. I've said the F word many times in my life, but I'm not saying it now because then I'll get demonetized. But I don't do it in my videos because I want all of the channels to be viewable by anyone. And because that word in particular means that certain children would get in trouble for watching it, or my parents would not appreciate watching it. A lot of my family watches my videos, and they don't appreciate that kind of language, and there's a lot of people who don't. So I just don't go there, okay? I want, as of right now, it's very important that I get as many viewers as possible on Tailosive. So trying to find that line that is funny to people who do and don't curse is important right now, so that I can get the most amount of viewers possible. I think if I did go the language route and I started doing rant videos where I cursed, it would be pretty funny. Off camera, me and my friends, we curse all the time. It's not something I never do. It's a very common thing, actually. So we have to be careful when we're live. But at the same time, I know that we would have a much narrower audience because now a whole bunch of my audience could no longer really find entertainment in that, because I think that in a lot of comedy, in a lot of stand-up, a lot of people will just go with saying language because it's like instant laughter and it's funny because I use that word. I think that's cheap humor, and I'd rather be more clever about it. So that's why I don't go it. Played Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. I have, on Tailosive Gaming. Subscribe to that channel if you want to see more of it. Thank you for respect of the viewers. I'm not a fan of cursing, but not many YouTubers are family-friendly with their words. Yes. I mean, my favorite YouTube channel curses, like, constantly. It's, like, a very common thing. But I don't... While I find that very funny, I don't assume that all of my audience would also find that funny, because I know I have a lot of older people watching, or a lot more traditional people, or people who don't appreciate the language. You're all out there, and I want to have full respect towards you. So I don't want to put all of that assumptions onto my audience. It's not fair. Are you in Low Gang? Absolutely not. Have you seen the latest Hello World on Tailosive Talks? For all the people asking about Logan Paul's recent vlog, watch the latest Hello World on Tailosive Talks. I provide all of my opinions on that. What about the rumored 64K iMac with 4,000 gigs of RAM? Thoughts, please, and thanks. It's stupid. No one likes Logan Paul. Not right. No, there's a lot of people defending him. I don't understand why, but there have been people saying that I was too harsh in my video, and I respectfully disagree. I thought I was perfectly reasonable. The continuation of the word, which makes cells to the photosynthesis, which plant make food, but the quality of the word is down because this is a Christian server. Absolutely. Film your own Apple ad. I actually thought about that after the Samsung Growing Up ad. I was thinking about doing a video showing all of the benefits of the Apple ecosystem. How long does your phone take to charge? I really don't know, because I'm not even thinking about percentages. Usually if I just sit down, I put it on the charger back there. And then when I need it, I pick it up. See? iMac Pro just unlocked with the Apple Watch. Really handy. I would include that in the commercial. Someone donated on PayPal. I will donate $1,000 if you become shirtless. I will take this shirt off for $1,000. Where's the PayPal email? There it is. Okay. Is there snow outside your house? No, it does not snow much out here. If someone would donate money for you to review a paid app, would you do it? Yes, that's how it works. Anything, not even just apps. Like, if you donated the exact amount of money for a Pixel 2, I would buy one. I mean, like, if you told me to buy it with that. You can donate the money to me, tell me what to spend it on, and I'll buy it. Nintendo Switch, want me to review that? Super chat the money for it, I'll buy it. It's that easy. Thought you weren't about removing clothes on this channel, Drew. I'm not. That's why I said I will take this shirt off. I didn't say where I would take it off or if I would put a shirt back on. If you've been watching long enough, there was a long, long time ago where someone donated a bunch of money and said, Drew, take a shirt off. So I walked off camera, took it off, put on a new shirt, and sat back down and said, okay, I did it. You will say that you won't expose yourself even after $1,000. That's why I didn't say, I will not become shirtless. I will take my shirt off. I didn't say I would do it on camera. It's that easy. This is called, you're asking stupid questions, so I'm giving you smart aleck answers. That's how this works. I have a sealed iPhone 2G. Should I sell it? Probably. I don't know. I don't get the point of that kind of collector's thing. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't get why people want to just have a sealed iPhone 2G. It's like, well, first of all, the phone's useless now. I've used one for 3 days. It's not, there's no point. Also, don't feature my full name in the credits. Okay. Did you have another thought earlier? Did I miss? Is there anything you'd like specifically listed in the credits? Again, any special requests or anything like that, just message me on Patreon. I'm more likely to read it. Everyone comments savage. Sure. Drew is a strange ginger. All of us gingers are strange. We got to stick together. But yeah, you guys have been extremely generous on Patreon recently. Both particular shout out. I'm very tired. That's why I almost said the word cat out. Ryan, Hannaford, and Cameron have donated incredible amounts on Patreon, and to that I am grateful. All of that is going directly into 2X. I'm still losing money at this point, but I can tell you it's going to be worth it. I have a lot of faith in you guys, and I don't want to take for granted that you guys donate, but January is kind of a hard month, I have to say, just 4 days into it. A lot of work going into both the videos and 2X simultaneously means not much sleep, but at the same time, in January, I don't know if you didn't know this, for those of you who are interested in becoming full-time YouTubers, you should know this. January ad revenue is significantly lower than usual because not as many people buy things. So advertisers don't invest as much into Google AdSense, which means that I don't get paid as much now for the same amount of views. So more recently, what are the stats? Like, we've had a pretty good amount of views recently. Part of this issue is also because of demonetization. I'm still getting demonetized on every video. But so we're at a pretty good number right now. 48 hours in the past 2 days. We've had 93,000 views on the entire channel, which is really, really great. However, if I'm looking at the monetization chart, I'm making about 2/3 of what I usually would be making. Even though views are higher than normal, average for this channel is around 75,000 for 2 days. So we're above average, but making far less than average. That's just what happens in January. So January is a tough month, but we're going to get through it. I got through it last year, but I wasn't full-time last year, but still. Do you listen to Eminem? If no, what other artists do you listen to? I don't, but I know who does.
I listen to Eminem.
Eminem, everyone.
How's it going, y'all?
It's good. They like the desk. So, like,
stream.
yes. Do you guys want to see what happens when we shoot it all the way up?
Okay.
Do you know what happens? Okay. It's going to knock the shelves down, right?
Of course. True.
Yeah.
Stop.
I'm not going to stop, Nick. You'll have to put these back. I'm going to make you do it.
Okay.
Have they not seen it?
No, I did that. I showed them.
Okay.
But
I was so
wanted to
tired of
show
it
you
already.
guys. But, like, look how close it is. It's
I
amazing.
want to see it from this angle.
Look, they can see it just perfectly.
Oh,
It's like-
man.
That far away, it's glorious. Where did they come from?
Where did we go?
Where did you go? I don't know.
It is my hand, like, we
Like
walked
your
a
hand
lot.
width. You
Yeah.
just closed all your rings.
No, actually, I
closed-
didn't.
You
I
didn't?
was
Do
13.
you know how active of a person I am? I closed my 500 calorie goal.
If you want more of them, Talos of Talks
Yeah,
and
yeah, we're never on here.
Talos
because,
of
you
food.
guys don't like us.
Like, I had 13 calories to go.
Mm,
And I missed it.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
Why not?
upset.
You didn't just lower your move goal?
We
And cheat?
found a 2-liter of Sunny D for 99 cents.
How much super chat to chug it?
Like,
No, it's warm.
but I've never seen Sunny D like this before.
4K
Anyway,
tray, 8K.
this is
now
not
Anyway,
food,
that-
not food stream.
You want to watch us chug that? Subscribe to
I forgot
Talos of
this
Food.
wasn't gaming where we can do whatever.
Yeah. On gaming, we do whatever. But yeah, do a collaboration with Austin Evans. I would like to.
No, my brother, you mean?
Nick's last name is Evans, by the way. I'm also I hang out with Austin Evans' brother all the time, Nick Evans. 8K on a phone is useless. 8K on a monitor is useless. 5K on a monitor is almost useless, pretty much. 4K on the 27-inch screen would have been just fine. Podcast, when is the next one coming out, and what will it be about? So usually we do our podcasts on the weekend. Nick just dabbed off camera, so we're probably going to have to end the stream now. But I'm planning on the next podcast being me and my father, actually. My dad, who still uses Apple products, new and old, on a daily basis, and he's seen the history of Apple grow throughout his life, so he's going to be a really interesting subject to talk about on the Talos of Tech podcast. If you haven't subscribed to yet, check that out. Okay, so we've reached our hour. I am tired, and I still need to film today's tech video, so I'm going to go do that. Thank you guys for your donations. I'm sorry the shelves weren't knocked down. That would have been cool, but also annoying at the same time. So this is annoying but nice. But yeah, cool desk. And I appreciate all the Super Chat donations and the Patreon donations. You guys are amazing. You're making 2X possible. I will give you 200. Will you stay for another hour? Okay. I'll give you 30 seconds. $200. I'll stay another hour. Please don't. Please do not. This is how desperate I am in January. Forget to end it, please. That would be funny. What rappers do you listen to? Not much. You don't have long. You got to do it now or never. I'm tired. I want to die. I'm so tired. MacBook is hot. Is that an Evo desk? Is that what it's called? Just let us watch you make your new video. Oh, that's true. Someone said PayPal. Should I check that? Don't send 2 cents on PayPal. That's just... Drew, since you're a person who edits and does picture and video, please review Manual Camera 2 app by Custom Exposure and Controls. It's $2.99. Keep up the great work on the Tailosive Network. Thank you. Okay. Manual Camera 2. I'll get that right now. It's on the App Store. Okay, I don't see the 200, so... Manual Camera 2. All right, $3. I am downloading it. Pay with my face. It has been done. Downloading now. Great. If someone sends you a Rhino Shield mod case, will you review it? I'll try it out, but yeah. You can send me stuff to the P.O. Box, which is in the description of regular tech videos. Okay, I don't see it on email. Do you have a cat? I used to. Anyway, looks like you've missed your window. So anyway, that's fine. That's okay. I need to get working and I need to get to sleep. Thank you guys for watching. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.